Okay, everybody here?
We're ready.
All right. Let me give you a brief update on where we are with the Pi Kappa Alpha case here at UT. We have, as most of you know, been in extended discussions with the local chapter, the national headquarters out of Memphis, since this incident occurred back Saturday morning, nearly a week ago. Today, we had some very productive discussions, which really began last night or yesterday afternoon when the national headquarters representatives arrived in town. And we've reached an agreement with Pi Kappa Alpha. And I want to say first and foremost that the discussions were very productive and very cordial. The local and national Pi Kappa Alpha representatives were all great to work with, and we're seeking the same thing we were, to identify what's in the best interest of that chapter and our students. Many of you know the chapter was under a 30-day interim suspension by the national, but as of last Saturday morning when we learned of this, we have had them placed under indefinite disciplinary suspension. Today, the local chapter agreed to surrender their charter to the national voluntarily, and I'm not sure what stage that is in currently, but the chapter representatives of the national headquarters could update you on that. I can tell you, however, though, with respect to the chapter and specific charges that arose out of that event, as well as those pending charges that were in place just prior to this event with Pi Kappa Alpha and the Office of Student Judicial Affairs, we have now reached an agreement, and the chapter has accepted the terms that we offered, and the case against the chapter is now behind us. And very briefly, the penalty that they accepted for violating multiple standards of conduct will be indefinite suspension from the university, which means we will not register them as a student organization. They can't operate on this campus for a minimum period of 2 years, but the university has the right to extend that beyond the spring of 2015. And we won't make that determination, obviously, until we're at that point. So at this particular moment, the chapter will remain under suspension for a minimum of 2 full years before any additional review would be undertaken, and any petitions for recolonization could be made here at UT. And I want to say again that this was done hand in hand with the national headquarters and also the local alumni representatives. So we worked in parallel and fortunately agreed to that resolution. And that's basically where we are at this point in time.
What happens to the frat house?
The fraternity house will remain open with the stipulations that I've mentioned to you before. It will remain open through next Sunday the 7th, now not this coming weekend, but the following week until 5 p.m. on Sunday the 7th, during which time, as you can imagine, some of the students that live there have left for the weekend. So they will have that 10-day period or so to vacate the building and find other accommodations, or they can request to be housed in university housing. We've not made any assignments or don't have any idea how many students of the 40 or so that are in the house may want to live on campus and how many may wish to relocate off campus, but that's something that's pending, and we obviously are not going to know that for several days.
Does the house revert back to the national fraternity, or what happens as far as like ownership?